get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no...
So good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another live stream. We're back with another match reaction, and it's finished. Newcastle, or should I say VAR and the incompetent referees, won, Arsenal 0. How many times are we going to have to sit here and complain about referees? And I know it is Sunday and the game finished yesterday, but I feel more annoyed than I was yesterday, I can't lie. And look, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing we can do about it. Right, it's done now. Move on, dust ourselves down for Wednesday against Sevilla. Do we play on Wednesday against Sevilla? I think we do. So that's a must win, and hopefully we do that. But this is the match reaction for the Newcastle game from yesterday, and plenty of talking points to get off my chest, so you may have to excuse me. First half, it was a cagey contest, if you ask me. Bruno Guimaraes getting away with murder. Every time we come up against Newcastle, it's always him that turns into an absolute arsehat for 90 minutes. He should have been booked about 7 times in that game. Right? Elbow towards Jorginho, nothing given in the first half, which was scandalous. He should have been off. Right? People can moan about Kai Havertz, the fact he should have been sent off. Right? Let me tell you something. Understand the rules of the game for a start. Right? If a player goes diving in, but their trailing leg attempts to get the ball, but takes the man out, it's a yellow card. If his trailing leg would have gone through the player, then it would have been a red card. That would be reckless. But it's a yellow. It's very lucky that it was a yellow, but it wasn't a red. Hence why at half time, I was screaming at the manager to take him off, because it's evident that at some point he's going to lose his head. Right? He did it again in the second half. Luckily, the referee didn't pick out on that, or else he could have been off the way the game was played out. And look, I see people going in on Kai Havertz. I don't know why, because I actually thought he was the best out of all four of our attackers. I'm not going to lie. Actually made some decent runs in the first half. It was just our strikers could not finish their dinner. Facts, right? So people can talk about the final third and that. Everybody was crap in the final third, right? Everyone likes to jump on Kai Havertz because he's come from Chelsea and we paid 60-odd million for him. But no one is turning against the likes of Saka, Martinelli, whatever, because, of course, there are star boys in it. So we'll move. The second half. Where do we start? The second half. Oh, my days. In my opinion, Newcastle didn't really propose much threat whatsoever. I thought at times we were the better side, although we didn't create much. We had one shot on target in 90 minutes, which is unacceptable. I thought our midfield and our defence actually played well. It was just going forward, we were utter toothless. Eddie Nketiah should not be leading the line for Arsenal. End of story. He's not good enough. Not good enough. Never turns up away from home. Man was still trick-or-treating. Sorry, he's got to go in January or in the summer. And in fact, he's got the number 14 shirt. The only reason everyone defends him is because he's a Hale End boy. That's it. Face the facts. He is not good enough. Honest to God, I might as well read some comments out. Big up Ryan Tune. Big up Luca as well. You okay? Yeah, I've calmed down a little after yesterday. Havertz was crap. I thought it was the best out of the four yesterday. I really did. I don't think he had a bad game whatsoever. But we can continue to carry this Havertz agenda, can't we? When the other senior players are not performing. Jorginho didn't have a bad game in midfield. Declan Rice, as always, immense. Saliba, immense. Gabriel, I thought was solid. Tomiyasu, I thought was solid. Ben White, I thought defensively he was okay. Going forward, though, he was crap. Absolute, just... can tell I'm still fuming by that. Right, we didn't deserve to win the game, but we didn't deserve to lose, most definitely. Newcastle, again, weren't anything special. And now, let's get on to VAR. For a start, and we'll revert back to Ben White, because in that moment there, he should be closing down Joe Willock. Play to the whistle, bro. You can tell Jorginho is pointing at Joe Willock. Go and close him down. You're the right back. And that never happens if he closes Willock down. But what can we say about VAR? It's ruining the game. Right, first and foremost, the ball is out of play. The ball is out of play. I don't know how clear I have to make myself. It is out of play. Right? The cross comes in. Two hands. Not one, two on Gabriel's back. Nothing given. And then thirdly, Gordon is offside. He's right in front of the goalkeeper. Last time I checked, you're supposed to have two defenders behind the goalkeeper. It's a stupid rule, but they set this daft rule in place and they don't follow it. What does that tell you? They checked three events during that incident, and they didn't get one right. Joke. And Gary Neville, I'm sure, in that commentary box, when that goal got given, he was celebrating. Definitely wouldn't have surprised me. Right? He's coming out with utter BS, as always. So biased. He should not be allowed to commentate another Arsenal game. Because he's so flipping biased, right? Here's what he tweeted out after the game. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Here we go. He'd already bent forwards to flick it on, and he threw his legs back. I've tried to do it. It wasn't a foul. Have you tried it with two hands on your back? I bet you haven't. Right? If your arms are extended in front of you onto someone's back, then you're technically pushing them. So, mate, learn the rules of the game, man. Obviously, we can't tell, how hard Joelinton has pushed Gabriel. We can't tell the force at the end of the day. We can only tell by the footage. But man has pushed him against his neck, by the way, to win the football. And a fourth reason as well. He controls it with his hand, for Christ's sake. He controls it with his hand. Right, Gabriel was leaning forward to flick it back. Yeah? Because there is no way he heads it towards the 18-yard box, because that's in the danger zone, and who knows, a loose ball could drop into Newcastle's favour. So there's no way he would have done that. Like, there's no way he would have headed it across goal, because he stood right in front of the goal. Should David Raya have claimed it? Yes. But at the end of the day, he didn't have a terrible game, David Raya. Didn't do anything wrong and didn't have a lot to do. Newcastle, again, didn't propose much threat. It is not a goal. It just shouldn't have stood, guys. Really shouldn't. Right? Man United had an identical goal that got disallowed against Brighton not so long ago. I'll let you guess which one was given as the goal and which one wasn't. Yeah. Excuse me. Joking. That wasn't a goal. Footage was Newcastle. Joelinton pushed Gabriel back, his neck control, his hand. And for me, goal should not have stood. Ref VAR joke. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. And you know what? I'm happy that Arteta has come out and called this out, because it is utter comical what we are seeing on display week in, week out. It's absolutely disgusting. Havertz crap, mate. No, I thought he had I don't think he had a bad game. I really didn't think he had a bad game. But yeah, you've got a feel for Gabriel, because last season he got denied a stonewall penalty at the Emirates. This season, man's been shoved out of the way so Joe Linton could win the flick on. I'm sorry. Oh, my days. I don't know what they actually check in that VAR room. They are too busy opening packs on FC24. They don't give two tosses about what's on in the background. Right? And you know what? I think Sky Sports mentioned this moments ago, where apparently they couldn't tell whether Joe Linton made contact with the ball to then determine whether Gordon was offside or not. Excuse me, you have 1,000 different bloody camera angles, whereas us, with a pair of eyes, can tell that is a foul and the ball has gone out of play. That has to be the worst decision I have seen. I'm pretty sure the ref even celebrated that goal. Man disappeared the moment he gave the goal. It's laughable that they're getting everything wrong week in, week out. Right? And don't mask over the fact, you know, when Kovacic should have been sent off at the Emirates against Man City, because we won, nobody paid attention to that. Right? How come Man City don't get corruption like this? Right? Why don't we see the World Cup or, you know, other leagues, in fact, get the same problems that English football does? It's laugh beyond belief. VAR is untenable. It has to be. It's about time we unite and get this flipping technology out of our game, because it is ruining the game, man. I'm fuming. Arsenal don't have cutting edge and excitement. Teams know how to play against us last season. Teams will underestimate Arsenal. All teams know how to play against us. They don't really fear us. Mate, we need a striker ASAP. But in my personal opinion, right, and this is my opinion at the end of the day, I think we need a midfielder more than we need a striker. Right? Go and give me Tchouaméni or Zubamendi at Real Sociedad. We need it desperately. We need balance in that midfield, because people can talk about, you know, the best players. At the end of the day, it's not all about having the best players on the pitch. It's about the unit you have in your team and how the team functions together. Right, Granit Xhaka, you can tell, suits Mikel Arteta's philosophy more than Kai Havertz does. Facts. And in my opinion, I think someone who can progress the ball, someone who can have that killer instinct in the final thirds to play the balls to Martinelli, Saka, or a Tony. I don't know. Or Jesus, because you can tell last season we were scoring goals for fun up to this point. And now we've got Kai Havertz, whose brain cannot seem to compute in the final third. He's not a midfielder. He is more of a centre forward, if you ask me, because whenever he has played centre forward, he's done all right. Let's be honest about it. Although he's not the guy that you will want to finish, you know, your chances whenever a chance falls to Kai Havertz, he's not the guy that, you know, should be on the end of chances. I wouldn't have too much confidence in him. But at least he can hold the ball up. And he is sort of what we are missing But I do agree with your point. At the moment, I think other teams are starting to figure out how we do play. They know Saka is our main threat, so they gang 3 players up on him. And I don't know what is going on with Saka lately. He is really struggling. Really struggling. I don't know whether it's the injury or whatever. But we now have a keeper from and striker problem. 2 players cost us the title. Well, I don't know why people are blaming David Raya still, because Ramsdale was partly to blame for the title collapse last season. And then the striker, I don't think the striker was the reason why we lost out on the league title. It was the defence and the keeper. Stick with Aaron. Now we have keeper problem. I would not buy Raya. Sorry, I feel we don't have excitement. This has come down to Mikel's decisions. Xhaka replacement. I agree. We haven't replaced Xhaka. Right? Havertz was supposed to... In fact, no, it wasn't Havertz. Declan Rice was supposed to replace Granit Xhaka. But he's more of a DM, isn't he? And because Partey is so unreliable, the partner in midfield is just changing every week. It's Jorginho. Then it's sometimes Havertz, Vieira, whoever. So, mate, I don't know. I would love to keep Aaron Ramsdale because he's a quality goalkeeper still. But I think people are masking over the fact Ramsdale still makes mistakes. He still makes mistakes at home. Let's be real about it. Ramsdale only, turns up away from home. Let's be honest. We haven't replaced Xhaka. 65 million for Havertz, where we could have got someone else. Jan, I want to see 3 positions. Get striker, winger, and midfielder. I think keeper we might be okay as long as we. Yeah, I think the goalkeeper we are sounding. It's just we need a proper midfielder, right? Tchouaméni should be the go-to, or Zubimendi. I don't care. We need a midfielder more than we need a striker to progress the ball. Kai Havertz can't do that. Odegaard can't do it on his own. So, I don't know. Rory, talking about this season, last season, I do agree with Aaron cost us this season. Raya, I don't think Raya's cost us that many. I mean, he could have, but it's not factual. It's not. Jan, we need to buy 3 positions. 100% agree. I mean, I would have said Pedro Neto, but how long is he going to be out for? Is he going to be reliable? Because if he's out, then we're back in the same position, aren't we? It's the same with Timber. We signed him to become Saliba's backup, right? Or one of the backups to Ben White and Zinchenko at left back, right? But he's injured, and now we're back in the same place. We don't have a Saliba backup. We don't really have adequate cover for Ben White either, because Tomiyasu is now shifted at left back, and he's doing a very good job there. And now we've loaned out Kieran Tierney. We don't really have, again, adequate cover at left back either, other than Zinchenko. But he ain't a left back. He can't defend. He can't defend for Toffee. There's a reason why Ukraine play him in midfield. He's the captain of Ukraine. Really need Partey replacement or number 8. Go and get Tchouaméni or Zubimendi, someone good, and then striker. I really want Tony, but Arsenal won't pay 100 million plus. Mate, I don't know. I mean, Ivan Toney would be brilliant, but Osimhen is the dream. I think there are better than Toney out there, and I rate Toney highly, but I think Osimhen is who we need more than Tony. That's just my opinion. I can't think of backup replacements of Saka. What the hell's happened there? I can't think of backup replacements of Saka as backup. Only possible is Neto. Do you know who I would go for in summer? But it isn't happening, Jan. Not a chance. West Ham will put after 80 mil. Who is that? Oh, Bowen. I mean, he's had a great season at West Ham so far. I think he's the first Premier League player in Premier League history to score in 6 consecutive away games in a row. So that's impressive. But still, I don't think he necessarily had a great season last season. And yes, he won them the Conference League, but consistency is key. I don't think Bowen is as consistent as a Pedro Neto, for example, because Bowen is, no offence to Wolves, but Bowen's playing for West Ham, and there should be nowhere near a relegation battle, let's be real. However, Pedro Neto, I think man has got, 5 assists so far this season? He may have got more. Let me just double check. No, 7 assists, 1 goal. So he is identical to Saka in a way, because like whenever Saka is not playing great, Saka ends up still, grabbing the. I can't speak. Saka always seems to grab the whole. Saka always grabs the odd goal or assist. I can't believe that was so hard to say. I changed my mind on Zubimendi. Zubimendi's class, man. I really do rate him. I believe Barcelona wanted him for a potential Busquets replacement. You know what? I watch him. He isn't actually that bad. But hey, at the same time, we can't base the whole player on the comps we are watching, right? You want to base him off, watching him for a full 90 minutes or watch him in the Premier League. It's as simple as that. Which winger is there? Really can't think. Well, speaking of Real Sociedad, Kubo's having a fantastic season. The young Japanese international, very skillful. Reminds me of Mitoma a little bit, but obviously plays on the right-hand side. So if we can get him in, I don't know, Agent Kieran Tierney. So, guys, I don't know what to say. We lose for the first time this season. I think it was coming, I can't lie, because we haven't performed great, although we have picked up results. It's just, you accept to lose games, but what you don't expect is to get cheated like that. And Newcastle fans can go on all they want about, oh, we were dirty, blah, blah. We were dirty. Whereas Bruno Guimaraes thought it was okay to elbow Jorginho in the first half. Right, yes, Kai Havertz had that odd occasion, but you're naming 1 tackle in 90 minutes. How many times did Dan Burn get away with murder? The amount of times he took out Bukayo Saka and did not get booked once. Didn't even get a talking to. It's ridiculous. Consistency in this league is just... I can't examine it. I really can't. Big up Jordan. Hope you're well, mates. Of course, Liverpool are playing today against, is it Luton? I mean, it really should be 3 points, but again, you never know. I'm still really annoyed that this is going to fuck me off for a couple of days now. It's going to take me a while. Like I said, all we have to do now is dust ourselves off against Sevilla, make sure we get the job done. I think if we win, we're definitely through. And I think we will beat Sevilla on Wednesday. Mikel Arteta, again, the team selection is simple. Simple, right? You go with Raya in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu. Although I would like Zinchenko to start in the game because I want more control. I think in these home games we can get away with playing Zinchenko, so I wouldn't mind Zinchenko starting. And then I'll go. I don't think Jorginho had a terrible game yesterday, so I think he wouldn't be bad. But the thing with Jorginho is, oh my days, the play gets slowed down in the midfield, and I think that is partly the reason why we're missing Thomas Partey and why we are less efficient in front of goal, because we're so slow in the middle of the park. So it'll probably be Jorginho in the midfield, and then Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, hopefully he is fit, and then Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and then you go Trossard. Why Trossard didn't start, I know he's far more effective coming off the bench, but at the end of the day, Martinelli and Trossard can switch positions, can't they? Similar to what Messi and Neymar did. And I'm not comparing them, of course, to Messi and Neymar, but similar to what Messi and Neymar did in the MSN days, where they used to switch flanks. Right? I feel like that's what we have to start doing more often. Like Martinelli switches to the centre forward position, and then Trossard shifts out to the left, and then we can just continue doing that. I think that could cause a lot of issues for the time being as Jesus is out. And this is what I'm saying. We're more sharp with Gabriel Jesus on the pitch. Like, stop telling me Eddie Nketiah is this bloody, solution. Jesus is clear of him. He's nearly in double figures in terms of goals and assists away from home. Nil point. Please, right? Do not play him up top for the rest of the season. I'd rather Trossard or someone from the academy. Someone else from the academy. I know Nketiah is from the academy, but we've watched him for 5 years now. 5 years. And I'm done. I can't say any more. I think I've summed up everything. VAR is a joke. Arsenal, I don't think we performed badly, but from the front, we need to fix up because we ain't scoring goals. I know we scored 5 last week at Sheffield United. But Sheffield United, come on, man. That's what I'm saying. A hat-trick against Sheffield United, Freddie Nketiah. And everyone raves on about, oh, he's now the best in the league. I can't stand Newcastle either. So as I said, Newcastle fans are very humble. I'll say this now. They're very humble. But at the same time, they can be very, very blinkered. Blinkered and biased. Because if that happened to them, I'm telling you now, they will be going insane. They'll be going, oh, referees are against us. Shut up, man. Fucking Saudi Richmonds. Can't stand them. I really can't. That's where I'm going to leave it, guys. I do appreciate everyone who has tuned in. We're actually going over the limit this time, over 35 minutes. Usually I'm on for like 20, just discussing about my thoughts on the game. But yeah, 35 minutes, good going. It's been a very good stream in terms of the neutrals. I know everyone loves Arsenal fans ranting. It's just comedy, but right now it's not the time because VAR has pissed me off big time. These referees hang their damn head in shame. Honestly, I could go on all day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm relieved to hear that you've been to some far places. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I hadn't seen such riches, I could